day, welcome to another episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Today we get to talk about the invention of the motion picture industry. But not on this world. We're talking about the invention of moving pictures on the Discworld, with Terry Pratchett's Moving Pictures entry into the Discworld series. If you want to know what I thought about this book, stay tuned, that's coming right up. Alright, so Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett from the Discworld series. If you know anything about Terry Pratchett, you know that this guy is a hilarious writer. And this is a big series. They're short books. They're not huge books by any means, and they're all really quick reads. But he is absolutely hilarious, where he pokes fun at literally everything with his Discworld. So this, if you don't know what Discworld is, it's a, well, as the title of the series suggests, it's a disc world. It's not a round world like our world. It's a flat Earth scenario. This big disc flying through space on the backs of four turtles, which are standing, on the backs of four elephants, which are standing on the great space turtle Atuin. And this is the Discworld flying through the universe in this alternate dimension and reality separate from our own. But Terry Pratchett is hilarious. He uses this whole series to poke fun at literally everything that you could possibly imagine. And some of the key places in this world is the main city of Ankh-Morpork, which is just a funny name in and of itself. I mean, Ankh-Morpork. What kind of name is that for a city? And, you know, to get an idea of the Discworld and its setting, Ankh-Morpork is this city that is described as having a terrible smell, but it's where everybody lives. And there's just all kinds of crazy stuff going on in this city. And there's the Unseen University. That's right, it's called the Unseen University. It's the university where the wizards learn magic, and they're kind of this elite, snobbish group of magic users who believe that only they can use magic. But in this particular book, we've got the Alchemists from the city of Ankh-Morpork, who decide that they're going to take their alchemy and they're going to morph and change reality, and they invent, as the title suggests, moving pictures. And they take their craft out of the city because they're worried that the magic users or the wizards will think it is magic and will cause trouble for them, although it's not really magic, of course. It's just, well, moving pictures, or as they say, it's this whole series of little individual pictures smashed together and run past you really quick, which is basically what a picture is, or what a movie or film or video is in essence. So they take their craft, they move out to a place in Discworld called Holywood. H-O-L-Y, so one L, not two, Holywood. And this is where they invent the moving pictures, and they create the film industry. And everything's going great, they're making these pictures, and they're just having a blast. Now, one of the characters from this book, his name is Victor. He is a student at the Unseen University studying to become a wizard. But here's the thing. He doesn't want to be a wizard, really. Not really. He wants to go to university. By the way, this is the only university ever mentioned in the Discworld, is the Unseen University. So he wants to go to this university, he wants to attend there, he wants to be educated there, but he doesn't really want to be a wizard, so he's been intentionally failing his classes. He's getting just shy of the necessary passing mark, not doing so bad as to look stupid, but looking like he just can't seem to pass the tests so that he can continue to be a student at the university but not actually become a wizard. So he's going to school to not be a wizard. Like I said, Terry Pratchett, hilarious. Really kind of messed up in a lot of the things that he writes about, but he does it in a very funny, satirical manner. Anyway, the Unseen University gets annoyed with him and they give him one test with one question in an effort to prove that he's actually a wizard, because he just refuses to pass the test even though he wants to be at the university. And a simple question, well, I don't want to really spoil what it is, but in any case, Victor discovers what's going on, and he decides that he's going to move out to Holywood and get involved in this new industry that's been formed and become a star in the motion picture industry. And of course, it's going great, right? Until, of course, things aren't going so great, as with a typical Terry Pratchett book. Things just don't go great. all hell breaks loose and things just start going crazy. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about Terry Pratchett is the humor that he infuses within his books. Every one of his books is funny and hilarious from start to finish. I don't think I could ever look at Popcorn the same way again, now that it's being called Banged Grains throughout this entire book. Banged Grains. I don't think I'll ever think of Popcorn as just popcorn again. I mean, that's just hilarious. You know, when I think popcorn, I'm thinking Banged Grains, which is just too funny. With this whole book, just as an example of some of the humor that we find within this book, and some of the kind of magic of Hollywood that we also have coming up as animals start to be able to talk. That's right, we got talking dog, talking cat is in there, and these animals just start talking like people. But here's the thing, the dog doesn't want to talk. Gaspar is his name. He doesn't really want to talk around people because he's afraid that if people know he could talk, they're not going to look at him, they're going to look at him with suspicion. And they're not really going to like to look at him. They're not really going to want to trust him. And he just wants to be trusted like he was before he could talk, but he's afraid that people won't trust him because he's a talking dog now. And then of course we got one of our main characters, Dibbler. He's your typical Hollywood elite, you know, producer type guy where it's like, you'll never work in this town again kind of mentality, and he's always saying, grr, 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 you'll never work in this town again if you don't do what I say. So it's really kind of pokes fun at the whole concept of Hollywood and everything that goes on in Hollywood, how the actors are treated, how the producers behave, the stars and the riches and everything that kind of comes with that, and their drive to just cash it in and make a whole bunch of money, just bringing in the money constantly through their motion pictures and their film industry. Just all around, it's just a really, really fun, entertaining read. Now, one of the funny aspects I found with this book as well is just how the cameras work in this world. It's not like a movie camera like we traditionally know of. In fact, we have these cameras that are actually made with these little tiny demons inside, and they're actually drawing the pictures that make the film. These little tiny demons inside the camera. And the guy just sits here and cranks the wheel and just turns the film in there as the demons have to draw the picture super, super quick. So of course, these little demons inside the camera, they've got their union, so they get entitlements and breaks and all that kind of stuff, but the actors don't, you see. They're just kind of told when you have to be here, 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 here. Now, this is what you're gonna do, this is how you're gonna do it, and quite frankly, if you don't, darn it, you'll never work in this town again. Kind of thing going on with that. And so it's overall, it's just a really, really fun read from start to finish. Definitely a minimum 4 stars. You know, I think maybe even 5 star. Yeah, 5 stars sounds good. 5-star review for Moving Pictures. I'm finding it hard to come across a Discworld book that I could say that I really, really didn't like. I seem to be enjoying each and every one of them, and I'm going to continue to try to read one Discworld book each and every month. But yeah, this is just a fun read from start to finish. And definitely, if you like that absurdism, if you like that humor and comedy within your books, this is definitely a book that I could recommend for you to check out. In fact, anything Discworld, really, because Discworld is just hilarious from start to finish. Absolutely loving it. So there you are. There are my thoughts on Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett. I look forward to continuing on my journey through the Discworld and eventually getting to them all. But yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts on Discworld book, Discworld Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, have you read this book? What do you think of this book? Have you read any of the Discworld? Are you going to read Discworld? Let me know below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And, you know, as always, you could follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll have my Linktree profile linked below where you can get all my social media. You can join me over on my Discord server. I'll have that linked below as well. If you like what I do here, you can also join me over on Patreon for as little as $1 per month, and you'll get early access to my videos over on Patreon. So definitely go check that out as well. That will be linked below. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep on reading. Bye.